So one of the most important thing is where you can be making a mistake is crosshair placement. अब crosshair placement I think most of the लोगों को पता है क्या होता है, but जिनको नहीं पता उनको मैं बता देता हूँ. Crosshair placement is basically when your crosshair is vertically aligned with the player's head. How does this help? Basically it reduces your time to kill because you don't have to adjust it vertically, you just horizontally. Second thing that you can be doing wrong is playing on a very high sensitivity. Now the thing is, sensitivity is very relative from person to person, but anything above 400 EDPI to 500 EDPI is considered as a high sensitivity. What is EDPI? EDPI is basically your mouse DPI multiplied by the aim sensitivity. That is your EDPI. EDPI should be less than 400. It's suitable if it's less than 400. All the pros plays in around 300 to 400 between. Anything above 400 is high DPI, high EDPI. That is known as high sense, and it's very difficult to control, but you can if you can practice enough. But to be honest, I would recommend you to use EDPI that is less than 400. That is much suitable.
Planted.
Ooh, my ult's ready. One.
Now all those shots that you just see is because of the mouse control that I have. And how do I have that mouse control? It's just practice, to be honest. There is no shortcut to that. Unlucky. One of the other things that I've noticed is like people don't move at all when they shoot. Like they just crouch and stay at one position and they shoot. You shouldn't do that. Like this makes you an easy target for the opponent to hit you, and that's why you get headshot whenever you do that. So basically instead of doing that, you can just try this. Something like that. If you have that habit of spraying from CSGO, then you can just switch to a Phantom. I think Phantom is more viable with that. But to be honest, I don't recommend you to shoot and crouch. The most common mistake that people do is that they walk peak and angle. And why is it wrong? It's because if a person is holding that angle, it's gonna be easy for him to kill you because he sees you first. That's the first thing. Second, your movement is very slow when you walk peak and angle. So basically you are walking into his crosshair. Instead of that, you should peek an angle using your A and D key only. That is much faster and makes you a difficult target to hit, as you can see in the video. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is awareness about your surroundings. Let's say you are in a site, the spike has been planted and your team has no comms. In low reload that happens a lot. You have no idea which angle is covered and what is left for you. In times like these, you should just look at your minimap for a second and cover the angles that is left, or in another case, you can just guide them what angles has been covered and what is left. In this scenario, let's say you are Brim, you've just planted the spike, your Killjoy is watching a CT and the Jett is watching market. Right now, everything is covered since the Killjoy turret is on. But as soon as Rays destroy the Killjoy turret, Killjoy will go back, watching the angle behind, watching the flank, and the CT angle is open. So here you will go to the boathouse and then you will watch the CT angle for Jett. Last but not the least, you have to take the lead. You have to be the IGL they want. Because the thing is, in low reload, most of the people don't know what they are doing. And in pressure, most of the people make dumb decisions that shouldn't be taken. But at that time, they're not thinking right. They're under too much pressure and all. So at that time, you have to calm everything. Like what's going on, who's watching which angle, like all that thing. So if you do all that, I'm pretty sure you will win the games. At least 75% of the games you will win. Do tell me in the comment section if it works for you, and best of luck.